Hey, my name is Douglas Thompson. I'm an airsoft gun tech. Today I'm going to be showing you my L85a2 carbine with it's got a standard length handguard on it. I did a little bit of a conversion because I preferred, the standard handguard both for battery storage and for ease of removal and whatnot. I think it just looks better than the carbine length, the sort of L86, the LSW handguard. Anyway, so let's go over some of the features of the gun. You have an adjustable hop-up right there. Not a very satisfying cocking noise, but it's decent. It takes standardized magazines, M4 magazines, M4 style magazines. This is just some cheap high cap. Comes with I think a 450 round high cap or something originally. This is a non-functioning bolt catch. On the other side is also a non-functioning bolt catch. It just wobbles around. This is the selector. So this would be semi-automatic and then full automatic. This is the magazine catch. These are the body pins that I'm going to be showing you in a few seconds. The trigger is a special trigger design. I actually have a spare one to show you. And, as I do the magazine or the gearbox as well. This is the trigger box. And as you can see, the contacts right here and right here. This actually slides. I can't do it right now, but it actually slides right here. There you go. This is what the safety interacts with. That slides and then exposes the second trigger contact. And then this is what goes in the upper receiver portion. And these are spring-loaded trigger contacts, and they advertise that they never burn out, and I've never had any problems with them. Been a very solid connection. When you join the upper and lower receivers, as I'll show you here in a second, if I end up disassembling it, these just set down on top of here and make contact in it. A very nice design. This cheek rest is detachable. If for any reason you want to remove it or clean it, it's kind of like this rubberized sort of plastic. If you don't, it's normally green, actually this color. I just spray painted it and I just dropped it. I just spray painted it and it's, relatively ghetto, but it looks better in my opinion than the green right there. I do like the olive drab and black combination, but there's just sometimes you get a little bit tired of it and you just want your gun to be black. This is also sort of like a rubberized plastic. It's not as rubbery or malleable as this is, but it is kind of soft. This is also not originally black. This was green. I spray painted this as well. But I'll show you how to insert the battery. You just flip this cover up here, set to the side. There's a button in the front right here that you push, and you slide forward the handguard, and you make sure and disconnect your battery. And it slides off, and then you got a weird ass looking front end. So the handguard actually is pretty large, and it can house a pretty large battery. I've actually fit 2 batteries in here before. 2 really small batteries, but two batteries, so you just hang both of the cables sort of outside or in the top of this little area, and you can once one of your battery runs out, you can just disconnect the next one, or you can get just like a really large brick type battery and throw it in there. I haven't been able to locate a battery that I haven't been able to fit in this thing. That's why I preferred this over the split shell design. Again, if I haven't mentioned it, this is the ICS, not the G&G, not the Star or the Army Armament one or whatever. This is the best out of all the L85 versions, and all the L85 AEG versions. The ICS is hands down the best for many different reasons: build quality, functionality, just anything. It's the best. The trigger group, or whatever you want to call it, trigger assembly, is amazing design. Too bad it's proprietary. They should use it in more guns. And they're actually excuse me, they're actually very cheap to get replacements. You don't need need replacements, but if it ever did break, they're very cheap. I think this is like $15. These are like $5. Now I want to go over the field strip of the gun. It now does not come with Picatinny rails. I have to add that. You have to get the ICS rail adapter. Not adapter. It's just a rail that you just like literally screw on. You unscrew the original one and then screw on the ICS version. Really easy to find. I've had no troubles getting a hold of it. So this rear body pin right here, and then this body pin right here, let's pop that out right now, are the ones you're going to be looking for. Slide it out, and these are never lost pins. So I pull, and then it doesn't come out, which is great because you never lose them. This is a never lost pin as well. Now at this point, you can separate the upper and lower receivers, and if I am pro enough, which I'm not, as soon as I set the gun down, and like I mentioned in almost all my videos, this is much easier with two hands. So the butt pad comes off. I just dropped a tool here, and there's normally a sling mount here, but that fell as well, and it's a very solid sling mount. That's where the body pin goes through. I had to put some tape on here because it was kind of looser down here. So here's your gun. Now you can separate your upper and lower, and actually you can see the gearbox right there. Here's one of the reasons I love this gun. So once you separate the upper and lower, you can set the lower aside. Here's the lower, and I'm not sure if it's on safety right now. This is the safety, and you can see the little inner workings of the trigger. It's more realistic than most AEG's triggers. It's not like, you know, super legit like a super realistic trigger, but it's more realistic, so it's kind of nice. And you disconnect these wires right here, and then this, actually I'll just show it to you because it's quick. You disconnect these wires, and you wanna, I don't know if my phone is adjusting its orientation. I really hope it's not on the final video. I apologize if it did, but so this slides out, and that's all there is to it. No 1,000 screws like on an M4 or an AK to get to the gearbox. 2 body pins, 2 wires, slide it out, bam. Okay, now other than this being the easiest gearbox I've ever worked on as a airsoft gun tech, there's a great feature that even if you're not experienced at teching, there's a great feature of this gun, and I'll show it to you right here. If you see this little pin right here, and there's a little wire sort of framed circular or half circular thing going around the bottom, take a screwdriver, whatever, or just anything, you pop that, and this is not the gearbox that came out, that's the one that came out of the gun. That one's upgraded, everything that can be upgraded. So you pull this pin, kind of like a grenade, and that's that. This is the spring guide rod, and as you can see, it's a special design. There's 2 holes there, 1 hole there, and there's a little ridge right here, and that ridge is important. I'll show you why here. If you look right here, there's like some corresponding little triangular shapes right there, and this spring guide actually fits in there, and depending on how hard you want your gun to shoot with one spring, you can set it to high, low, or medium. That being low, all the way in being high, and that being medium. Now, so the lowest setting, if you have like maybe like an M120 or or the spring it comes with, on your lowest setting it'll be 350, middle setting 375, high setting 400. So you have anything from CQB to field in one spring and one gun, 2 body pins, 2 wires. Simple as that. I mean, if you want to upgrade the gun, it's very easy. I mean, just undo the screws right here. It's not a complicated. I just accidentally threw that back into the gun. It's not a complicated gun to work on. It really is not, and I highly recommend this gun. I'm not going to reassemble it just for the sake of time, because you know what it looked like. But I can't recommend this gun enough. It's been the most reliable AEG I've owned, and I've owned quite a few. So, if you have any questions, let me know. If I missed anything, let me know as well. I guess one more thing I can say about it is, as for the build quality, the upper and lower receivers are stamped steel. They are not going to break ever. The barrel goes from here to the end. It's not a 2-piece barrel or whatever. The thing it's housed in is super solid. The way they advertise this gun is they have one of their showgirls. They have a big huge guy on this side holding it like this, and a big huge on this side holding the other end of the gun, and then she's hanging just by her hands, her full body weight on the middle of the gun. Nothing's breaking, nothing's flexing. This gun is super solid. You will not be more pleased with any other gun. So I cannot say enough about this. I know this is kind of weird to end the video with it fully disassembled, but I can't say enough good things about this gun. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.